to the Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I think that it's weird. As the year is like winding down and stuff, I'm just trying to like take stock of a lot of things, and you know, I had a conversation with a friend tonight that like he was he's been in the hospital for a little while. He's one of my friends from college and stuff, and it's just like, I'm glad that he's doing a bit better. I'm glad I got to talk to him because I had to call him after my first show tonight. And yeah, it's just like I'm a bit disappointed in myself that I like let so much time pass without calling. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you like life just happens. Like, people, you know, we're all doing our best and everything, but it, you know, yeah, it shouldn't take like me worrying about him to call him, you know? So I'm trying to like do that more. Like, I call people and I text people that I haven't talked to in a while, like a decent amount, I suppose. But yeah, sometimes something happens where it like is a jolt, and you're like, oh, I should really be appreciative that I have like all my people while I have them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's just, I don't know.
Fun start to our comedy podcast, but
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
no, I'm fucking with you. No, I get that. A thing I've really learned about myself in recent years is because, like, yeah, I'm bad at keeping up with people, but I also just realized I'm not great at like managing a giant group of friends. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and I think especially in comedy, you're expected to like make friends with all the comics and stuff like that. And I was never great at that in Chicago, and it would just be more of a point of stress than like actual joy to know a bunch of comics.
Yeah, but I think that you, as much as I don't like when comedy communities are very cliquey and stuff like that, I think that it's initially inherent that it's gonna be, because you're only gonna be able to go to so many birthday parties, remember so many like people's life events, you know?
Yeah. And you can only actually find so many of the comics you meet actually funny.
I suppose so. I mean, I feel like there's a thing where now
you can meet a lot of funny comics, but also like if you're at Mike's a lot, you're also gonna meet a lot of comics who aren't funny but are nice.
Yeah. That,
and then
that
it's kind of like,
happens.
and not saying like you only want to be friends with them because they're funny, but there is also like the like, yeah, but like I'm not gonna book you.
Sure.
You're funny and I like hanging out with you. But
yeah, I think that my thing is I've found that there are comics that I've become friends with or really admire or just really enjoy watching, that even if their attention, I guess I could say their attention is not like solely focused on like craft of writing or like stage presence, whatever,
right,
but
yeah.
they're always like, there's always something, like, you know, those comics that are like made of X Factor. Like they're like up and down. They're like, I need to watch this person, and it might not be good.
It'll be interesting,
but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be like special.
Yeah.
Like, they're just those people that make your night special.
Yeah.
Especially if you're at an open mic or something, and then there's people who are like not necessarily trying to work on anything. They're also not necessarily trying to play to the other comics in the room. There's just something they have to get off their chest that's like chaos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, this is incredible.
Yeah, those are the good ones. Those are good. And I want to be clear too. It's like, I mean, like, you may not be able to find everybody personally funny. Some might be very funny, but they're just not going to be what you find funny. So it's like, makes it hard to then like want to talk about their set or anything, you know, because I'm like, it's just like, it's not my thing, but you're doing something for somebody. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and you also cannot write necessarily, like, even if you're writing with another comic, you're only going to be able to be helpful with things that they would say. So
yeah,
it's like that also sort of can make people fall out of line with each other when it comes to a sort of meeting of the minds, because it's like, okay, you're going to do this crazy act out I would never do, like, or I like wordplay way more than you like wordplay, or whatever the thing is. And so that's kind of where I think a lot of it comes from.
Yeah, because there are some comics who like then get really like they want to give you a tag, and then they're like really adamant about it, of like, no, that's what fixes it. Use that. And it's like, well, I'm like, no, but that's funnier if you say it. If you did this joke, yes. Yeah. But like for me, it's like you and I give each other tags and like try to change jokes. So and like sometimes we take a note, and sometimes we're like, that's just not how I know I give you stuff that like that's not what you would say. Yeah. But I'm like this is where my brain goes when you ask me about this joke. You know what I mean?
Sure. And then there's also something to be said for like. Like sometimes someone, the thing that I love about comedy, and the thing I love about hanging out with comics though, is that there's only so many ways you can see a thing as an individual, right? So even when you are trying to think of angles and look at things in a different way and open your mind, it's like, it's not even necessarily that someone else's mind is more open. It's just that they're coming at this thing from like the totally different side. Like if every joke was,
for sure,
that diamond, there are going to be people who are like 10 shades the other way that you're never going to hit. And watching people there's a friend of mine that has like such a fire bit that I would have never. And you know what's crazy about one of the beautiful things about watching someone just be incredibly funny is that, I'm trying to think of how to put this. He was doing jokes that were things that I felt, but never things that I thought, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
I understand what you mean by that.
So he went on this like run. And when I tell you, it was epic. Like I'm not even gonna like do the jokes because I wouldn't do them justice. I'm literally just telling you, he had a take about Jackie Kennedy that I've never heard before, but had felt in life, but then was like, wow, this man is like as he's talking, it's like he was reading my mind from when I thought those things.
Yeah.
And so then you're
I do really want to know what your hot take on Jackie Kennedy is.
Well, it's just like the way that he was describing it, and this is not the joke, so I'm not like doing his joke or anything, but he, we were conversing after his set, because I went up to him and I was like, dude, that was truly brilliant, everything. But we were just talking about the fact that like Jackie Kennedy is like seen as this like icon of an icon of an icon, like just like really, really up there. And she like, I don't know, she was kind of average, and I don't really know what was that great, but she had...
Right now, I'm not reading any emails about Jackie Kennedy. Do not send me Jackie Kennedy emails, because I feel the typing already.
But, clearly there's something special about her, because in her lifetime, she bagged a president and a billionaire in the same lifetime. Like usually in life, you only get one of those things, if either, right?
Right. Yeah.
It would be like if Barack died tonight, and then Michelle was like, Elon looking cute. Like it's like
Jesus.
It's like, imagine that. You had a president and a billionaire in a lifetime. That's incredible.
Yeah, but I can't think of her name fast enough, so I couldn't have a good joke about it. Fucking Trump's wife. I couldn't. I was like, she had both in one.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Why can't I think of her name right now?
That's very funny that you can't think of the former first lady's name.
Can you tell me what her name is, please? I can't
I'm not
think of it.
going to tell you.
Ivanka. Is that her? No, that's the daughter.
Who he wishes it was.
I can't think of her name. I truly can't think of her name. No, I was literally like about to fall asleep when you texted me that you were ready. So I just had nothing to do. I was just waiting.
No,
I knew
it's
we were
fine.
going to record.
It's fine. Wow.
I know. And honestly, dude, I don't even have a guess right now.
You should guess.
I did, and it was his daughter.
Yeah, but what do you think it is? Just say some names.
I can't even give you a letter right now.
Some names.
Sylvia Trump. Yentl. I gotta look it up. I don't.
No, don't look it up. Don't look it up.
Don't look it up. The look Josh is giving me right now. I know, dude. I'm giving myself that look. I'm like, why can't I?
Wow. What?
I have somehow erased that name from my brain, and I don't know
Did
why.
she do something to you?
No.
Okay. You can tell me.
No.
If she hurt you?
She did nothing to me.
Okay.
Oh my God. I truly can't. Natasha.
Ooh, wee. Yeah. No, it's all. Look. It's all
Dude,
good.
fucking tell me her name, please.
No, man. This is not. This
sucks.
This is what life used to be like.
Before phones, before you could just Google it.
Before you could just Google it, people would not know stuff, and if the person you were talking to didn't know, y'all would just not know.
So is that you saying you don't know either?
I know.
That's what I say.
But I'm just saying, if someone didn't want to tell you, right? Like back in the day.
Oh, like right now where I'm begging my friend to tell me and he won't.
But you remember when you were little?
If your friends were dicks before phones, it was hard to know stuff.
You remember when you were little and there was like, you had homework and your parents either knew and didn't want to tell you or they didn't know either?
Yeah.
And then they were like, I could give you the answer, but you should figure it out for yourself. That was like a classic line that we all heard growing up. And, before phones, you really did have to either decide to not know it for life. Because you can't go to the library for everything. There are some things, and I think that's actually why.
Loretta? Is it Loretta? This isn't a bit. I genuinely can't remember her name.
Do you smoke today?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I've had 2 sips from this beer, and I've done nothing but actually eat healthy and drink water today.
You might be overhydrated. That's what it is.
Oh, maybe. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I said Ivanka. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's the only name because that's got the rhythm to it.
So, yeah, you just used to have to go to the library for everything. And it was like you had to just decide to not know stuff.
Can you give me a letter?
No, why would I give you a letter?
I don't know because
a letter gives it away.
Why is it a weird letter? Is it a Q?
What do you think the weird letters are?
A Q or Z? The ones that a lot of names don't start with. Z's got some names. You don't get a lot of Q names though.
Quincy.
Is it Quincy? Tell me if it's Quincy. Is President Trump's wife's name Quincy Trump?
Oh, wait. This is a shame. This is like...
And you're a bad person by just letting me... I do not feel bad about any of the times I have mocked you on this show.
Yeah.
That I have fucked with you.
Yeah.
Because...
You know what? You know what's weird? I feel better about those times now.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Is it Wanda? This is embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
Because this is recent history in my lifetime. A person whose name I do know, and I know once I remember it or read it, I'm going to hate myself. But
Yeah, that's why you should wait to like read it or anything until after
I know.
we're
That's
done.
this is the thing, and I'm really trying to figure it out. And then you're talking to me, and I just cannot listen to what you're talking about because I'm so focused on this right now. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll think over here.
Okay.
I'm literally going through the alphabet right now. I'm just going in my head, just thinking of letters and trying to find. Is there a name? Ula? Is it Ula Trump?
I feel like you're just going to start naming dishes. Like, is it gruel?
Gruel. Gruel is a dish. Spaghetti? Is it spaghetti Trump?
Oh, man. Well.
Oh, God. Give me one letter. Doesn't have to be the one it starts with. Just give me any letter.
Did you go to the library a lot when you were a kid?
Fuck you. God damn it. I guess we did, yeah. In the one in town in St. Ansgar, we used to go a little bit. I mean, I was just like, I'm like, yes, but it was like the school library. We were in there a lot, you know. That was where I got most of my reading.
Yeah,
was there because we had a pretty good library. Because also our town library isn't that big, so you're better off just going to the school library.
I see.
But you know what I mean? Small ass town.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Got hot. I gotta take this hat off.
No, it's all good. I just asked because like I used to go to the library all the time with my mom because my mom used to work at the library, and there was this lady that worked there that was always cracking me up because you know how there's free access to the internet at the library, and you know there are people who use that free access to access things they maybe can't get in real life. You know,
yeah. Our friend Rob used to work at Chicago Public Libraries, and he saw plenty of that.
Yeah, and so there were people who would come to the library specifically to look at explicit images of sexual activity.
Wow.
Of intercourse and relations.
Wow, you've somehow ruined sex for me the way you just said all of that.
Of the activity of genitalia.
Oh God, the activity of genitalia. Oh, and I know I'm going to pitch that to you for a title for this episode, and you're going to say no.
You know what I mean? Just the general filth of lust.
That sounds like an old play. Like that.
The filth of lust. We should actually do that as like
Sounds like a fucking Oscar Wilde play.
Yeah. We should do that one the same way that we had the detective one. We should do the filth of lust.
Well, or is that the title of the Porta Potty one? Porta Potty 2, the filth of lust.
Oh gosh, no, it can't be. It can't be. This is a different thing, and it's happening in Puritan times where everyone will know. Like if you actually had, you know what they call it, the Shakespearean term for it.
Doinkin?
The beast with two backs.
The general filth of lust.
Yeah. There were people who would, engage in the voyeurism. Of intimate contact.
Oh, God. This is going to be the rest of the episode is you just finding different ways to word watching porn. How many different ways?
And so when they would, click their way to sin. She would roll up behind them and be like, "What you doing, pervert?"
Who would do this? I forgot who was at the beginning of the story.
The woman that worked at the
Just the
library
woman who
with
worked
my
there?
mom.
Okay.
Yeah. What you up to, pervert? Just extra peas on the pervert. The hardest P you've ever seen. What's up, pervert? Loud too. I'd be in the children's section reading and just hear pervert.
Yeah, I'll spice up your trip to the library. That'll be...
Yeah.
Is it Mona Trump?
Oh, man, that's phenomenal. Because what a random thing to forget. Like, it's so random, it could be forgotten.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense that you forgot. It's actually not crazy that you don't.
It's not in my daily news anymore,
Yeah. Maybe never, if you think about it. Like, if you didn't want to know, if you avoided the news for, the last 6 years, then I think you could get away with being like, was it rhyme with again?
Yeah. Koala Trump.
Man. Wow.
Yeah. Huh. How are you?
I'm all right.
You all right?
Yeah.
I thought I was all right until we started recording.
Yeah, I mean, I also thought you were all right because you were kind of like looking at me crazy when we started, where I was like,
I wasn't looking at you. I wasn't looking at you crazy. I thought it was. And here's the thing. I sometimes respect it, but it's just like just to be like, I'm gonna start this on a real somber note.
Sure.
about not being good, about staying in touch with my friend in the hospital. It was all we had said was our names and then that.
Yeah,
and
but if they've made it
like,
to like 130, like whatever episode this is, I think they know.
122.
Yeah, I think they know.
But it could be someone's first episode too, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So if they start it and then only the first couple minutes, they're like, man, these guys are bummers.
Yeah, I mean,
and then the one's stupid as hell. He can't remember the president's wife.
It was also like all of 5 minutes. So if they didn't last this long, they were never going to be with us.
They weren't fans anyway. If you're still here, you're our little weirdos who stick with us, and we love you.
Oh man, yeah. I've been like thinking a lot about the year and stuff. Like, I know that we're gonna have our episodes coming up. They're sort of like the real year in review episodes and stuff. But
yeah,
I think in my life, because I've also had this thing where, I understand that, all comparison kills joy. That like that old saying of like, oh yeah, you don't want to be comparing yourself to everyone all the time and stuff.
Yeah.
So I try really hard not to do that, because I also don't want the biggest thing I learned in comedy as I was like making more friends in comedy, doing comedy more and stuff like that, is realizing that I did not actually want to do the things that other people wanted to do. So then that also kills comparison, because it's like, if someone got a job that, that I was like, oh, maybe I would want to do that. Mm-hmm. But then I think about it and I'm like, oh, maybe not. Like, I'm pretty happy with life right now. So there's no real reason to run around, trying to like jump in on other people's accomplishments and stuff. And then also, I think the things I describe doing to people sound like dumb to them. You know what I mean? Like I showed a friend way before this happened. I showed a friend what I was gonna wear on Colbert, and this is before I'd even booked Colbert. I was just like, my next late night spot, I'm gonna wear this, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you think? And this is also why sometimes you have to like keep things close to the chest, because like I think if I was a different type person, I may have like taken it, because he didn't mean anything by it, but he like taken it too much to heart, you know? And he was like, oh, I mean, it's cool. It's not something that I would wear like to the, and he wasn't being, he wasn't like being any type of way. He was just being honest, you know? But it's also why you have to know, you can't just ask people questions like not being ready for whatever the answer is going to be. Because I really wanted to know what he thought of it as a whole. Right, but if I had specifically asked him what he thought about it just for him to tell me how cool it looked, I was about to be disappointed, you know?
Yeah, but that is why a lot of people ask the question of something like that for that reason. They just want to hear their hope echoed back to them.
Yeah. And
you know what I mean?
And with me, it's like, I knew it was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh man, this is amazing. Like I'm gonna get
Melania?
this.
Is it Melania?
Yeah.
Oh God, thank God. You know how I got close to it? Because I jokingly thought of malaria Trump, and then I'm like, wait, that's actually pretty close. That sounds about right. Because then I just started looking for words to do as jokes, and then I'm like, wait, I think I actually got really close.
Oh my gosh.
I swear I'm not a dumb man, but oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shit. No emails about that either. No emails about the first lady of any era. It's a new rule. No Jackie O or Malaria Trump. None of them. Sorry, keep going. I'm sorry. It literally.
I mean, I was pretty much done.
Me.
I was like,
oh, okay.
I'm actually using this moment to. 1 second.
Ignore me. Gotcha.
No.
Okay.
I'm just making sure. No, I'm just making sure it's not somewhere. So, the comic that everyone should check out that has the dope bit is Jared Waters. If you are in New York, he's like constantly doing shows, and hopefully he'll be on the road soon. But he's so funny.
Why didn't we say that when we were talking about him? Why did we? He waited like 3 more beats to like plug his name.
Because what ended up happening was I was trying so hard to not tell the joke, but talk about the joke in a way that did it justice. That I was like, it didn't even occur to me to say his name just yet, because I was like, let me hold off until I like make sure we don't need to cut the entire thing.
Remember it? Did you forget his name?
No.
Did you forget his name and you were? No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So that was about Jackie O. Okay, I'm just trying to now find where we were at. We were just talking about your suit, and then you said you're done with that. You look sharp in that, by the way.
Thanks,
People
man.
haven't seen that. Even if you don't watch the set, you should. But also, like, no, you did walk out, and I was like, geez, that's a sharp one. Like, 'cause that was like, that's the nicest one of those I've seen you in. You know?
Yeah. I feel like that was like the most form fitting too, because
that was like
it was like,
bro,
it felt tailored.
No, you did.
That's the first time that I've
tailored.
got something from someone where they were like exactly by every quarter of an inch what they said it would be. Because sometimes you like, oh man, before I did Conan, I'll never forget this. This is like, this happened to me at Conan, and it happened to me at the Emmys was worse.
Did you wear a suit for Conan, or?
Yeah, I think I had a suit for Conan.
Okay.
But the Emmys was the worst one. Conan was nothing in comparison.
Yeah.
For the Emmys, I went, and this is like, I'm not a prepared person most of the time. And so this is me really trying to be about my like.
Hey, as his co-host, I can say, yeah.
Like, this is me really trying to be about like my business, right? So a week before the Emmys, a week before I'm supposed to fly out for the Emmys, I go to this this, like, maybe it was a Men's Warehouse or something. I pick out a suit, and I have the person who does the tailoring like draw it up all with chalk and like do all the stuff, right? I am told to come back like almost in a week, because I guess it was like I think around the same time as the Emmys is sometimes like a wedding season type thing. Because there's like wedding seasons throughout the year that are heavy. A lot of people have summer weddings, some people have spring weddings, some people do fall, stuff like that. So I feel like
when are the Emmys usually? Those
September, like in September, yeah.
Yeah.
And so for whatever reason, this New York Men's Warehouse was like, we are swamped. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so they tell me to come back pretty much the day before I fly out, right? Which I'm already not a huge fan of, because I'm like, okay, it takes you a week to make these slight alterations. Like, in retrospect, I should have just gone to a different tailor, but I was like at Men's Warehouse and there was a tailor at Men's Warehouse. So I was like, let me just make it easy on myself.
Yeah, and
right?
You don't like wait for the train or anything. Just
And so
that'd be a
they
whole
chalk
place
it
I'd
up.
have to go to.
I mean, it really wouldn't. Like, I probably was in walking distance of another one, like another tailor. But they chalk it all up. And then my man puts it in the back, and, we're chatting and everything. And then I leave, and I'm like, check that off the list. I did something ahead for once, right? I'm not panicking trying to like get it bought and tailored same day, paying extra money, whatever, right? I come back when I'm supposed to, the day before my flight, and I give them my ticket, and the person can't find it at all, right? Which is insane, because I've bought the thing. And so they can't find it at all. And in my head, I was like, this never occurred to me that this could possibly happen. That someone just with my body could come in and be like, this fits. I guess I'll take it. and so I'm like, you have to keep looking. Like, they were very like nonchalant at first about not being able to find it. And I was like, I bought it here, so I've never left with it. So how did someone else leave with it? They finally find it. And a week ago, when I, was getting it, tailored and sized and all the measurements and stuff like that, the guy who did it put it on the wrong rack. So he went back there and put it on the done rack immediately. So no one's touched it this entire time.
Oh, okay.
And so now I'm freaking out because I'm like, what should I do then? Like, can you do it now? Because this is your screw up. Like, I came here a week ago. Like, this is crazy, right? And they were like, the tailor isn't in today. And I'm like, all right, is he going to be in tomorrow early? Like, can I maybe pick it up right before my flight? Or like, I'm trying to figure out what to do. And they were like, maybe, but I wouldn't. The guy working the day that I came to get it was one of the most oddest workers I've met at a Men's Warehouse or like any clothing store, because he was just like, I mean, he'll be here, but I wouldn't wait on him.
I suppose that is theoretically possible, but
yeah. And so then I was like, well, what do we do about the money that I was already charged for the thing that didn't happen?
And he's like, shit, someone left with that too.
Yeah. And so then I look it up on my card on my bank, and they're basically like, oh, luckily the first guy was so bad at his job that he forgot to charge you.
Hey.
So I'm like, okay, all right, I guess, hey, no harm,
Free
no foul.
unfinished suit.
Yeah. I've just got a suit with a bunch of chalk on it now. A part of me was almost like, should I just wear it to the Emmys and try to make it look like a statement where it's like, here's what I could do, but I didn't.
Yeah, you're protesting tuxedo standards or something.
Yeah. Why shouldn't more
Wow.
grown men look like the little rascals?
Yeah, I'm trying to reconnect with my childhood. This is a suit of whimsy.
Yeah. And so I flew with this chalked up suit, and then when we got to LA, I think I rushed to a tailor in LA, which was also, most of them were too busy because the Emmys was there. And so they were doing a bunch of stuff, and it was like it was hell.
You show up with just a chalked up suit. Can you finish this?
Like, I might as well shown up with the fabric.
Can you help me? Yeah, just a roll of fabric. Can you make me a suit, please? God damn, yeah, that would be a lot. There would be a big part of me that'd be like, maybe I just won't go. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I'm not giving away any award. I'm not presenting. I guess just...
Yeah. Nah, man. Oof.
Yeah. And then this, it's a dashiki, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just not confident in my words right now after the whole Melania situation. I just wanted to make sure I was saying the right type of suit. But was this made by the same person who did your Comedy Central one?
No, that was a different person.
Okay.
This person runs a business called Saba Elite, and they do a bunch of like suits, jackets, and just great, like really great designs, really great stuff.
No, man, you walked out and I was like, that is sharp. It was, and like, I know people were like saying on there being like, you know, Wakanda or whatever. People were comparing you to that, but it was like, honestly, even you walked out and I was like, fuck, that does look like T'Challa. Like that looks like Chadwick Boseman at like one of the like premieres.
Can I tell you because I try not to get on comments and like any of that stuff. Not even because of like people might be rude, but because I think that it is a detriment to you, good or bad, to like lean on too many opinions. I think that when people are hyping you up, you can get a false sense of, you know, who you are or what you're doing or like where you're at. And I think when people are putting you down, you could get a false sense of like, oh, they're right and I'm trash, and you know what I mean? Yeah. And so I try to just like stay away from all that stuff, you know, like, and because also people don't even have the energy to like remember anything that they say online. Like if someone told you that they really took someone down online in a YouTube comment, you'd be like, yo, I didn't know you were a lunatic. Like, these people do these things and then they just move on, you know? And then even with praise, it's like, even with praise, there will be people who are like saying all the nice things, you know, as well. But don't really like know or care about you, which is like, it's still good to put something out that's good.
Yeah.
But
we get emails that say to Josh and co-host.
Yeah,
and it's like,
And
I'm the only other guy here. You couldn't even look. We say it in every episode. You couldn't look up my name to send an email.
And so it's one of those things where I know that people I would say most of what's said on the internet is not meant, and most of what's said online is not meant in the way that it can be taken, or even in the way someone thinks that they were. Like, maybe you're upset in the moment, so you post something or you comment something, and it doesn't actually mean anything to you, but it could really affect that person. So I try to stay away, and that's mostly a YouTube thing. I'm like engaged on my social because I feel like on my like, to me this is the difference. To me, it's like, if you come to my social, it's like, oh, you probably mean it. Like if you came to me, then like, good or bad, this is kind of how you feel in the moment. But YouTube just throws stuff at you,
Yeah, and if people comment on it
yeah.
too, I don't think they expect the people who makes the videos to like actually read them. It's that weird thing of like, even though it's their channel, they put it there, but I think everyone thinks there's like, you know, like I just saw a video today of someone talking about like people sending them like their own video to be like, oh my God, remember this? And he's like, yeah, that's on my page. Yeah. You sent it from my channel, but it's like no one really thinks that, I don't know, we run that's just what makes run. I don't know.
Exactly. That's just what makes YouTube such a different beast and how people even digest it or think about it, because obviously every social platform has a discovery or an explore or like is sending you stuff, but YouTube just does it differently. I don't know how to describe it. And so I said all of that to say that I did not see this comment.
Because it feels like a cable network almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like talking to the TV. You're not expecting the TV to talk back.
Yeah. And like, I did not see this comment because I steer clear of like YouTube stuff as far as comments for at least like, for at least the first month. I try not to look at it at all, but like especially if it's on this channel, like if it's on my channel, and I know that it's like the people, once again, the people coming to me, then I want to engage with them and I want to say like, hey, you know, whatever, right? Or thank them for watching or, you know, whatever it is. But I think when it's something that's on some, like with Colbert, that's his stuff, right? So I did not see this, but my manager told me that one of the top comments, at least the day that I did it, was, how'd she put it? She was like, it seemed positive. And as soon as she said that, I was like, oh, then don't tell me. Like in my head, I was like, don't tell me that. Like if you're not sure.
It seemed positive.
And then she was like, it seemed positive. And somebody was like, oh, look at that little Wakanda nutcracker. And I was like, wow. This is why I need time. And then I come. Yeah, like this is why I need time away before I engage.
My little Wakanda nutcracker.
And I was like, oof.
Yeah. Little Black Panther Jr. up in
here. Yeah, because what ends up happening is that when I feel like if I prepare myself, by the time I do look, I can be like stoic about it, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And also if I give it time, it didn't just happen. So I'm not like, what do you want to call it? I'm not like emotional about it, you know?
Yeah. It seemed positive. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
You're like if they do a cartoon, you know, where it's like all the Avengers are in high school, and you're.
Oh my God.
You're Teen Chala.
That's what the T is for.
Yeah, that's what the T is for, is the teenager. Oh, good golly. That's funny. I haven't opened up the mailbag yet. I'll start looking for something. I will say, though, you mentioned that coming up we'll be doing our end of the year episodes. If you look in the bio of this episode, we'll have the form out for submitting your favorite episodes of the year. I'm not speaking to Josh. I'm speaking to you, the audience. I realized I just said your, and that could have been to anybody. We want to know your favorite episodes of the year. We did that last year. It worked out really nicely, and then we do our episodes where we put in some of the best moments of the year, and we add some extra stuff too. We talk about them and all that. So it's a simple form. I haven't made it yet. Spoiler, but by the time this is out, I will have. So it's gonna be simple. But go fill that out. It'll be a lot like we did last year. And we really want to know. It made it a lot easier to make the episode. Also made it a lot more fun because we got to know what you guys really loved from the year.
Yeah, because there are things that will end up on that list that are not on our list.
Well, and some things we'd forgot about, remember? There were things we're like, oh, yeah, that was a fun like story or fun episode that we had completely forgotten about.
Yeah.
We do a lot of these. So we would really love it if you submitted on that, if you care to. Let me open up the email. You got anything else you want to chat about before?
No, I think we're ready for a mailbag. I think that we should dive in. You know, I mean, we're gonna have to save the filth of lust for another episode.
Oh, is there more on that?
No, I'm saying that the
working out the
rom-com erotica. We'll have to save it for another time.
We got this one here, and it is titled "Very, Very, Very Important Information." And then it just says, "Hello, Losh and Jogan. I have very important information about my new job. My boss's name is Richard Balls, but he prefers the name Dick for some reason. His name is literally Dick Balls." I may be mentally 10 years old, but this is one of the funniest things to ever happen in my life. Anyways, y'all keep doing your thing over yonder. 69,420 out of 10 jangles. I didn't say the name, and I may cut this last part because it says, P.S. I'm also very stoned while writing this, and I don't want to get anybody fired. So
yeah, no, fair enough. But
I don't want Dick Balls to hear this and be that. No, that is wonderful. Thank you for sharing that very important information with us. We needed to know.
Yeah.
And I love that our fans bring us the important news.
I also love the idea that someone named Dick Balls might ever try to send someone else to HR.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like it's like we need to send you to human resource. Like, you need to send me to human resource.
Well, you see your language, my language, your name, sir.
Yeah.
Dickard Balls. Let's see this one here. This is signed Kit Kat, and the title here is Love Ya Dummies. Toontown and Squeaks. Love the show. I got into it because a guy I'm really into wouldn't shut up about it. Parentheses, shout out to my boy Ruffles. I don't know if I'd be really trying to chase a man named Ruffles, but and boy has my simp behavior finally paid off because y'all are hilarious. Well, I guess we're a good consolation prize.
Yeah.
Much like Logan, I am a pun terrorist, and I can't count how many times I've been caught cackling with y'all in my ear as I do my... Oh, get ready for this, Josh. As I do my mouse experiments. And then in parentheses, nothing weird, I'm an immunologist. But still, it still sounds weird. I wanted to know what's the funniest / saddest shit you've done / heard of someone doing in the name of love, and if it ever paid off. Once again, love the show and keep on punning, Kit Kat. Thank you so much, Kit Kat. That was... I love the ones that, you know, it's a short email, but there's a journey within it, you know? I really appreciate and respect those people who sent us those.
For the sake of entertainment, I'm going to cop out and tell you about something.
Good call.
Tell you something that I witnessed, but it was not me.
Yeah. Wink, wink.
I mean, it really wasn't, but whatever.
This is when someone's like, "Oh, my friend."
Okay. So in junior high, I had a friend who had a crush on this girl, and so he like laid it all out in a note to her, but like on loose leaf, right? And filled that thing up, right? And then maybe it's like the little because when you're also that young, rom-coms are going on in your head. You think you're in your own rom-com.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he decided, and he worked. This is what's sad. He worked on the design for longer than he worked on the note. Even though the note was the full page, he worked on the design for a paper plane, and like was throwing paper planes at lunch, like nonstop, and tweaking the design, tweaking how much like lift it had, all that stuff, right? And so the day finally came, and he wrote the note, and he had folded so many paper planes at this point that it was nothing to him to get the perfect like cut of paper plane together.
Yeah,
and he folded the paper plane perfectly, and then he he went to throw it her way, and as he throws it, so he's maybe like 6 seats behind her, and in the next what is it, column, or is it a row? I can't remember which one's which whenever you're seated. Like if you're seated in a square, there's columns and rows. I guess it doesn't matter if it's a square, but he was one set of seats off to the right of her and 6 seats behind her. So it was a long throw. And as he goes to throw the paper plane, he like really like punches it forward to her, and it's got like the exact amount of, like, he put the perfect force on it, and it's not drooping to the ground. It's like coming like eye level to eye level, right? And as he throws it at her, she turns around to look at him, and it goes into her eye, and actually
like hurts her.
It actually hurt her pretty bad.
Oh God. See that school the next day with an eye patch?
It wasn't that bad, but it was like she definitely wasn't focused on reading it and could not read it for maybe the rest of the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the exact thing. It's like the number one thing you don't want to have happen if you're trying to do that. If you're trying to win someone over with a paper airplane, which is that it hurts them.
Which is that it goes right into their eye.
Into their eye. Yeah. Ugh.
Like in her eye. You wouldn't be able to do it again if you tried.
Yeah.
Because she had to, like, it was supposed to, I guess, hit her shoulder or like hit the back of her head. I don't know what he was thinking, but it was like the fact that she turned around just in time and looked into the butt, I mean, like the tip of a paper plane.
The butt of the plane.
She looked right into the nose of the plane when she turned around to look at him, right?
Yeah. Made eye contact with the pilot. Hit her right in the eye. Oh man, that's great. I've never seen one of these in person, and this is a little. They're kind of sad, but they do bring me this weird joy. But anytime there's video of like someone trying to propose on like a jumbotron, and it goes very badly, where the person is like, no, there's something just compelling about those. Those are inherently watchable to me. I'm not happy about it. I'm not like reveling in his misery. The best one is where he gets down on one knee and she goes no, and then he follows her and she throws a beer at him. And I was like, she did not want to marry you. Did you meet her that day? What happened?
Yeah.
So those are sad, but they're also pretty good.
Oh, man. Like the idea that you don't know if somebody wants to marry you. Like the fact that you can be on such a different page as a couple is like actually terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, who are you talking to here? Who are you talking to, bro?
I mean, you didn't.
I'm divorced and had an engagement fall apart too.
Yeah, but you didn't.
It's not fun. It's not fun to learn.
You didn't have to when you knelt to propose. You didn't have to drag your knee because they were walking away.
No. At the time of engagement, decisions seem to have been made.
That's what I'm saying.
later things
Yeah.
change. Yes. No, I do
Nobody
find
can
that,
control
like,
later. I'm talking about when you do it.
no, that does blow my mind when people ask that, where they're like, it's like, oh, I'm going to propose. And then it's like, oh, will she say yes? And it's like, I'd fucking hope they've talked about it once. You know what I mean? You'd hope at least the topic has come up once.
Imagine somebody. Do you think she'll say yeah? Oh, I really don't know.
Do you think she'll say yes? No, probably not. I think tomorrow's going to be rough for me.
You know what? This is what only a gambling addict would do, but they really should start taking bets during the Jumbotron engagements.
Oh, yeah. I mean, shit, man. They're not a sponsor, but like now you got the DraftKings stuff. Like you can bet on like anything now, which every time I see a commercial for it, I'm like, this seems like all the work we've done for gambling addicts is being completely undone now.
You know,
because have you seen those commercials? They're like, you can put odds on anything, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That's actually what I think should be illegal. I don't care that gambling is legal, but you should just be able to like gamble on if the team or the person will win and stop. Because what you end up doing.
Oh, no specific bets from there.
Yeah, because that's how people lose. That's how they make money. That's how people lose money. That's how people ruin their lives. Is parlays down the line where it's like, well, now you could win $12 million off of 200. It's like you realize you're only going to lose $200. Like, please stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
But then you get some people. There was one guy who made a big bet on, I can't remember what it was on specifically, but because the Astros won, he won like $100 million. Or not that much, but he won like a lot, like several $1 million.
No, I'm
from
with
like
you.
one bet early in the season or some shit. Like,
and that even.
I mean, but right there though, it's literally the lottery though. Then at that point, it's not gambling. It's like truly just that form of gambling, the lottery.
Yeah. And you know what? It's like the reason that no one really has a problem with the lottery is because it's cut and dry. You're either going to win or you're going to lose, and only one person out of however many 100 million that are playing is going to win, right? But when you create your own parlays, it is your fault you didn't win the lottery. And that's too much.
Yeah, that's a way to think about it. Yeah, that is a way to put it.
Because think about if you were like, I'm betting that the Patriots win, that the Astros win, that the da, and then you're completely right except for one thing. It's like, it's all your fault.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be like that.
Well, and yeah, you can go down. I mean, yeah, the ones who get so specific of like, oh, they're going to have this stat for this many innings of game.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
don't do that. That's insane. I mean, look, probably don't gamble at all.
I mean, it's, and I hate to counter what Josh has said, unless you're really good at it. Because also, this comes from two guys who aren't gamblers. Like, I also, you know what I mean? I don't even like going to like card tables if I'm in Vegas, because it's like that's just a whole world that I'm not like familiar with, you know?
I don't even like gambling in my mind, all right? I get so upset when I really think someone's going to win a fight and they lose horribly.
Yeah. Do you know how tiny of gambles I make? Like, even when I play, not even when I play like cards with people, but if I play like in video games where there's like a game you can play within the game and you can bet, I am the stingiest of gambler in a game where I'm not me and it's not real money. It's like I'm forcing this digital character to sit down and play a game that he clearly doesn't really want to, because I'm not even betting.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm scared to bet, like, what is that, fourth person by that point? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Do you want to do another email, or should we wrap her up?
No, let's wrap her up. Thanks so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, where we're going to be posting clips of the show. And if you're looking for Logan,
You can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. And if you want to get into our mailbag, you can email us, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com. And again, if you want to submit your favorite episodes and moments of the year for the Josh Johnson Show, there's a link in the episode bio. Click on that, and you won't have to create an account or anything like that. It's just click on it and send your thoughts, and then we'll make our best of episodes. You can also join our Patreon if you want bonus stuff. We got some bonus podcasts and some video stuff and other update things that we put there. That's patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. And also in the links that we put down below, you'll also find our specific Linktree stuff and website things. And on there are tour dates coming up that Josh just announced that he's doing a tour next year, and I'm going to be on some of them as well. So go click on that and see what the beginning of 2023 is looking like for us, and maybe you'll be able to come see us.
yeah. And in the meantime, have a great rest of the
Virtual
day.
show. Live virtual show, too. Sorry. Live virtual show,
yeah.
December 17th, right? Live virtual show. Forgot about that. The last one of the year. That's December 17th, I believe. Correct? Saturday the 17th? Yes, it is at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm getting all the plugs in, man. Plenty of chances to see us and interact with us coming up, so take advantage. Sorry, Josh. Take it away.
No, you're good. Until then, have a great rest of the day and an incredible weekend. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel. Hit the bell notification, because apparently it's the only way YouTube will tell you that something happened. And just tell a friend. That's the biggest thing you could do. Just tell one person in your life that you like, maybe you don't like, that this video happened to you.
We release the podcast every Thursday on all the podcast apps, so you should find us there and subscribe on those and comment and leave reviews and whatever on all of them. And also, if you want bonus stuff, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have bonus podcasts and videos and stuff there, and we'd love to see you.
You guys are so wonderful. Are y'all ready for your headliner? Y'all start clapping right now. Give it up for Josh Johnson.
I don't know if y'all saw everything that's happening with Tesla either. That's crazy stuff. Okay, so basically, if you're not aware, Tesla is an electric vehicle that, rewind just a couple of years, was not a political statement at all. It was a car you could buy or not buy. It was just a car on the market that had some stock, and the stock would go up and go down and go up and go down. And then, Elon Musk decides to get involved with politics and gives anywhere from like $250 to I think maybe $270 million to Trump's campaign. And then Trump wins, and Elon becomes the president. And so Elon becomes the president, and people don't really know how to feel, because this particular thing hasn't happened before. There's always been like millionaires and billionaires donating to campaigns and stuff like that, but this is the most like infused a person has been in like what's gonna happen, and it's very clear in what is self-serving when it comes to like Elon's actions and everything. And so then, inauguration day comes, and there's all the fanfare of like this new administration is starting. And there are some people who own Teslas already, like they bought theirs in 2022. And they would tell people, hey, I bought mine in 2022. Like, I don't. Just so you know, I got mine in 2022. I didn't know, and I wasn't a part of it. And I was trying to get electric vehicle to help the environment. I didn't know it would be. So, just so you know about me. And then Elon's giving a speech, and then he says, my heart goes out to you. And then he does like a full-on Nazi salute, right? And does it again, for clarity. And there is a part of me that genuinely, when someone buys something, especially something expensive, and then something happens with that company, a part of me does feel for them, because there are people who bought their Tesla in 2022. They might have been sitting in their Tesla when they saw Elon do a Nazi salute, like. And now you sitting here, you gotta lease this car. I don't know if y'all saw, but Trump released the JFK files, or at least is starting to release the JFK files, and yeah, it's a lot. He said there's like 80,000 pages or something. I think they've released like anywhere from like 2 to 20,000 already, with more to come and stuff. And I don't know about anybody else, but when it comes to JFK and the conspiracies around his death, those were like some of the first moments that you saw, for at least a wide population of Americans, trust in government and its agencies break. A trust that they've never got back since, where like whole government agencies don't have the trust of the people, because up until then, you know, maybe they classified things, maybe they told the public lies or whatever, but they were things that people felt like they could at least get on with life believing. You know, JFK was the first thing for a lot of people that spawned the real like tinfoil hat stuff, what aren't they telling us sort of thing. And so you would see something like this big release of the files, you know, 20,000 with like 60,000 more to come. And it's kind of crazy that everyone sees that and they're like, nah, I'm good. 80,000 pages? I don't think JFK cares that much. That's 80,000 pages. Game of Thrones isn't 80,000 pages. 80,000 pages is insane. What are you doing? You know, it's like the thing is full. It's full. I've read some of it, and it's full of things that are snapshots of the time that JFK was assassinated in, but they aren't things that people were looking for. When people talk about files that they want released, they're talking about things that probably have been destroyed forever, like the some of the autopsy files, some of the coroner's notes, all that stuff like that is not in what's been released. What's been released are the goings on of like Cuba, Mexico City, USSR, and everything. And the one thing that we did find out for sure through the release of the files is that the CIA had a much bigger file and much more knowledge of Lee Harvey Oswald than we previously thought. And they had been tracking his movements and everything. He had been going to these different countries. I'm pretty sure he went to Mexico City for a little bit, and then he went to the USSR. And I don't know if the word is defect, but he basically was trying to leave the U.S., become an expat and join USSR, and even tore up his passport and everything. And the USSR was like, oh, nah. Nah, we good. That's crazy to me. That's someone, you have a CIA file on you and you're trying to move to the USSR, and they are like, you giving off some bad vibes. Like, I don't know what it is, but you creeping everybody out. Like, you stare too much, dog. Like, what are you looking at when you looking over here? It's unsettling. Just take that somewhere else. And so then he came back somehow Didn't seem like he had a problem coming back, even though he tore up his passport. And then commits the assassination. And then Jack Ruby kills Lee Harvey Oswald. And there were so many people who thought that Jack Ruby's mob ties meant that he was sort of there to close up loose end, that maybe the mob did it. And even now, there are people that say, oh, no, the mob did it, Cuba did it, the Soviets did it. I think that when you're going through all these pages and you're reading this stuff that we're learning about how much the CIA and the FBI actually knew and didn't do anything, it doesn't really surprise me. It doesn't do much for me in the way of a revelation. And it's probably just because, because I'm black. As a black guy, I'm not going to sit here and be like, not the CIA. You mean to tell me the CIA? Next, you're going to be talking about the FBI. Guys, no, not at all. Because that's the thing. That's what trips me up too, is all these pages are getting released. There are things that were released during Trump's first administration that were redacted pretty heavily, and then they've been re-released, not redacted, right? Or just one line redacted. So much so that there are people that are actually mad at Trump because they're like, some of that stuff, some of those people are still alive. What are you doing? You know what I mean? And so then, you'll have like one little line that's redacted, and you'll have someone obsess over that specific line because it's not finding the truth for them. It's about keeping the conspiracy going, Because you'll even see, they uploaded it to the archives. You can check it out in the archives right now. They uploaded everything they've uploaded so far, in my opinion, they've done pretty badly. I think they just had a scanner, and they were like, he said today, so... I know it's crooked. He said today. I know. Honestly, I looked at some of the files. Some of the handwriting in some of the notes, whether it's written by a CIA agent or like some politician, some of the notes in there are so bad. Like, the handwriting is so bad. I'm like, he did it. Like, that's suspicious as hell, handwriting. Little thing. Little line will be redacted. Oh, that's what they don't want you to see. That's where all the truth is. It's like, look, maybe. I'm not even saying that's not possible. Maybe. But also... maybe it's just like an address that makes sure that a person who has nothing to do with this doesn't get implicated. There are all types of reasons to redact something. And it's when people put that much weight on the thing to keep the whole thing going that I'm like, you don't want to know. You want to keep guessing, And don't get me wrong, it's fun to guess. I love guessing. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. Sometimes I'm just guessing. Best way I can describe it is I'm a fight fan. So I watch boxing, I watch MMA and stuff like that, and I watch men's fights, I watch women's fights, and I just kind of follow the fighter and follow their journey and enjoy who I enjoy because I like the person. I like their story, right? And there was this young woman, I do not know if she is from Brazil. I think she is because I'm pretty sure she was speaking Portuguese, and she only speaks Portuguese. She doesn't speak English. So after fights, when someone wins, especially if they don't speak the language, they will do the post-fight interview right there. And they might do another press conference later, but they'll do the post-fight interview. And if they do not speak the language, someone will come out, a translator for the promotion will come out.
And in this case, her translator was her coach. So she wins the fight, and it's big. It's the biggest fight that she's won of her career. It puts her in the rankings and everything. And so the announcer walks up, and he's like, "Congratulations on a fantastic fight. Was this win mean to you? It's sort of putting you on the map right now against such a tough opponent." And she speaks for like 8 seconds, and then her coach goes, "Thank you so much, everybody, for watching my fight. I really appreciate it. I worked really hard, and thank you so much for the love." And then she speaks for another 8 seconds, and the coach is like, "Everything that I do, I'm doing for y'all at home, from my town, to show you that no matter what, where you're from, you can make it on the world stage." And then the announcer asks her, what are your future plans? What's next for you? You know, now that you're in the rankings, there's a certain opponent you want to call out. And she speaks even shorter this time, for like 6 seconds. And then her coach is like, "Yeah, the next plans are anybody who wants it, all right? I'm taking heads, I'm taking necks. I want your limbs, give me your arms, give me your legs. If I see you on the street, it's already on, you already know. The best thing you could do is drop out of the division right now, because I'm coming for all y'all's necks. I'm killing everybody, all right? You're gonna dream about me, and then when you wake up, I'm gonna be there. That's on God, okay? I'm killing all of y'all. None of y'all can stop me. None of y'all can touch me. What I did to her was a mercy kill. I'm coming to kill y'all for real. I want your bodies, okay? I'm stacking bodies, all right? And the champ, I'm going to beat the champ, and I'm going to beat the brakes off the champ in her hometown. She's going to bleed in front of her people, okay?" And then they exited the octagon. They went ahead and left, and then there was a fighter, because, you know, fighters watch other fighters' fights, and they'll live tweet it, and he tweeted right after that whole thing, "She ain't say all that." And I'm not gonna lie, that's what those redacted lines feel like to me sometimes, where I'm just like, yeah, look, maybe the whole truth is in the one sentence, but maybe it's in the 80,000 pages that nobody feels like reading. Because Trump said he was gonna release JFK files, and he slowly released them over time, I guess. And then there were people that were like, "Well, why don't you release the Epstein files? The Epstein files are what we want. That's what we're actually focused on. Why won't you release the Epstein files? Is it because you actually knew Epstein? Is it because you might be implicated? Is it because you were on the flight logs? Why won't you release the Epstein files?" All right, and then he does release the Epstein files, but what he does is he releases a bunch of files that were already released like last year, and then redacts some of them to make them look like they're newly half redacted files. And then people called it online immediately. They were like, "No, this isn't it at all." And then even the people who were like showing it off and like, "Look at this transparency," then they got mad because they were like, "You made us look like idiots. We thought you were releasing stuff you hadn't released before." And so then people called again, "Why aren't you releasing the Epstein files?" So if you're Trump, you know, you're probably sitting here, the only thing you can do is release the Epstein files and hope it's 100,000 pages. Who would have known the only distance between people and getting to the truth was reading? You know what I mean? We want to know. We as a people have the right to know. It's 80,000 pages. I'm gonna wait till the movie come out. But what are you gonna do? You know, Elon's the president. We know he's the president because, first of all, he tell everybody to report to him, sending whole government employees emails telling me everything you did. It's like, isn't some of that classified? Like, it's wild. You stand in the Oval Office talking about what we're doing. It's like, who is we? Got your son in there. That's how you could tell Trump not the president. Got Elon's son rubbing his boogers on him. I've had a lot of jobs and a lot of bosses. And no boss's child has ever rubbed boogers on me. I will quit before I let your child rub boogers on me. Elon is the face of Tesla. And he's also the face of DOGE, this department that's been cutting all these government jobs and gutting a lot of government programs and everything. And I've talked to a lot of people, a lot of people across the political spectrum about DOGE, about their actions, and from the time it started to present, right? So some people are like, oh, yeah, it's a little bit much now that we're very much on its side. There are some people that still don't see a problem. There's some people that hate it from the very beginning. But one thing that I have not come across, and I only speak for myself. I'm not talking about I can't speak for the entirety of the internet. One thing I've come across is that there is no one who I have come across that says that there's no waste in the government and that they don't want to get to the bottom of what can be saved or what can be put to better use somewhere else. I think that's what generally everybody would want. If you pay your taxes and then you see where money's being wasted, it's like, oh, we have so many people who need that money in other departments, just move it over to them or give it back to the people or whatever the thing is. I don't think people inherently are upset about the idea that there's waste in the government. I know people that work in the government, they're like, this is a little waste. And so all of it comes down to what you cut and how you do it. That's it, top to bottom. That's the only thing anybody could really have a problem with, what you cut and how you do it, right? And I'll be vulnerable for a second. I'll admit to you right now, I've worked jobs. I've worked jobs where I was like, I'm not gonna tell anybody, but like, they really don't need me. Like, as long as they paying, I'll keep showing up, but like... And you end up seeing what happens. Because the thing with... Whether it's voters or whether it's like rhetoric around how to handle this stuff, there are people who even now genuinely believe, oh, let's get a business person. Let's get someone who's good at business in government so they can run the government as efficiently as they run their business, right? And the problem there is that, like, let's say Amazon, a good example is like, let's say Amazon makes a mistake. And they make a mistake that all of us, everyone here, can acknowledge and see as a mistake. And so as a mistake, their stock drops because they lose some of the faith from their shareholders. Now, we see that drop in the stock, and maybe the mistake they make is they announce that all the cars from now on gonna have 3 wheels. Like, oh, we're gonna save so much money on tires. And we're like, no, you're gonna flip over, okay? And so then you see the stock start to dip because of that lack of confidence. And then for you as a potential investor, even a retail investor, that dip in the stock is an opportunity. You can buy in now. You can buy into that dip, and then when it goes back up, because they realize that 4 is probably best, that you can ride that wave on up. Fair enough. When you crash out a business, when you make mistakes in business, when you run a poor business, you can always start another business. The people who we even look up to as these beacons of industry were all people at some point who had a failed business, right? But the government is not a business, because if you crash out the government, if you make the same mistakes with the government, you don't have a country. And you can't just be like, no, we're just gonna start new America. You know, I used to have like a lemonade stand America, and that one didn't really work out, so I started like a tire shop America, and that still really wasn't it. So then I started this hedge fund America, and now we're cooking. Yeah. It does not work that way. And you saw what happened. You saw Elon run the government because he's the president. You saw Elon run the government the way he ran his business. When Elon took over Twitter, right? he comes into Twitter and he immediately starts firing everybody because he's like, you're waste, you're redundant, I don't know what you do, I don't know what that is, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. And then a couple days after he took over, remember that brief period where he was like, how do you turn it on? And then someone who still worked there, who he didn't fire, was like, oh, you fired the dude who turned it on. Yeah, you asked me for a list of people to fire. I'm not going to put my name on the list. So And so you see, you end up seeing Elon firing people and then trying to like hire them back real quick and trying to like smooth over the things that he broke that didn't need breaking, you know? And then DOGE ends up working the same way. It ends up swooping in and firing a bunch of people and then trying to hire some of them back real quick, and it's chaos. And Elon is the face of it. He's the face of it because we didn't know who else was working in DOGE. We didn't know who was essentially like hacking into Social Security, who was going around judges' orders, who was breaking things and going to places they weren't supposed to be because we hadn't figured out how this whole thing was going to work. We didn't know. And then we found out that it was children. We found out they leaked the photos of those people that were high up in DOGE that were getting into Social Security and the IRS and everything. And we were like, what? Fresh out of school, I saw one kid's picture who was like high up in DOGE doing all the breaking in and stuff. And I was like, Peter Parker? I cannot believe that Spider-Man gonna cut off my grandma's Social Security. So I don't think it was anyone saying like there's no waste, but it's what you cut and how you cut it. You know, I think people would have appreciated like an actual audit. They said that they did one, but usually when you do an audit and you really account for the waste and you really account for what jobs you do and don't need, you don't have to hire anybody back, you know? The amount of people that they fired and then tried to immediately rehire shows that they're not actually being as careful as they should be with the process. Because I'll tell you right now, everyone that has ever fired me stood firm in their decision. I've never been fired and then somebody ran out after me. Hold on. That's my bad. I was wild. I was trying to look good in front of the other employees. You come on back in here. That has never happened. Anyone who has ever fired me has never called me again. But then Elon is the face of it. People don't know what to do. They don't know what to do to express their anger and their disappointment, their frustration about this unelected person gutting these government programs. And you see where people, it's not just like a one-sided thing. It's not just like a liberal thing. You know, there are people who are like, I voted for Trump. I believe in what DOGE is doing, but then I'm told that I'm being cut because of bad performance, even though I'm holding right here a performance review for like a month before the election where they said that I was doing great, you know? And so then people across the political spectrum are going to the town halls and they're complaining to the representatives, and the representatives, they're not really hearing them out. They're not really backing them up. So there's even more frustration, and it's bubbling up, and it's bubbling up. And he's the face of two things. He's the face of DOGE, and he's the face of Tesla. And so then people go to the Tesla dealership, and he's not there. But people go to the Tesla dealership and they start protesting at the Tesla dealership, and then the stock starts tanking because there are people that are like, being attached to this right now is not a good look, you know? And then people start vandalizing Teslas, start putting swastikas on the Teslas and stuff like that. And then there are people who, you know, bought a Tesla in 2022. They're like, guys, I didn't know. I had no idea. And almost immediately, it felt like almost immediately Trump came to his defense, right? Trump invited Elon to the White House. I mean, he already got an office there because it's his White House. He's the boss. He's the president. But Trump told Elon, hey, bring a bunch of Teslas, park them out front of the White House. We'll do a dealership commercial. This man got in the Tesla. Trump got in the Tesla, was like, everything's computer. Which is not wrong. It's not wrong. I remember my first Tesla experience. You know, I didn't ride in a Tesla for a long time. I heard about it as a car, but I didn't get to be in one, and I don't drive, so I didn't try to drive one or anything. And my first Tesla that I ever got in was an Uber. And so when I walked up, I didn't know about the door. I didn't know the door would be all smooth like that. So this is me. Look, I'm admitting for a second. I'm being vulnerable here. I'm admitting for a second that this is me. This is my bad. I was doing too much in my head. I was doing too much, all right? Know that I know that before I even admit this to you. I was doing too much, right? But when I walked up to the Tesla, I thought my driver sucked the door in because I was black. And I was standing there like never in all my days have I seen this type of racism. I was fierce. It was all smooth and everything. And so finally, driver noticed I'm not getting in the car, so he rolled down the window. I lean over all indignant like... And then he started explaining how to open it. I was like, what do you mean you gotta push to pull? That doesn't even make sense. And then I get it with my thumb, and I was like, oh. Oh, okay. Got in the Uber, we took off. And this is the thing with the gig economy jobs, right? Is that, how do I put this? There's a social contract we have not written yet on like how much this is like your property versus my time versus our experience, right? And so when I get in an Uber, I'm very respectful of the fact that this person's car. This isn't my car, right? I'm not renting it so it can be my car for a little while. And we're sharing this time together, but it is my time that I'm paying for, so that's what makes me the customer, you know? So I try to not make any waves. I get in an Uber and I'm just like whatever they need to do. Sometimes there are people who start driving Uber very, very early, so they're tired, and so they got to blast themselves with cold air. They have to have their window down, and I'm like, I'd rather that than us die warm, you know? So I don't say anything. I'm like, I'll just be uncomfortable on the way to the airport because that's what's keeping this man awake. And this is the person that showed up to drive me, right? So I almost never say anything. It's a very big deal for me to even try to say anything. And I go ahead and I do it, though. I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm not like, I usually don't do this or anything. But, you know, I leaned over to him and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. But could you please, like, touch the wheel? Like... No, I know it's autopilot. I know it's autopilot. You put it in and everything. I just don't know what I'm paying for if we going. Like, if we... Like, I'm not telling you how to drive. I'm telling you to drive. Like, it would be nice if you did drive. Like... Just put a finger up. Make me believe. Just put a finger. And so you see all of these attacks on Tesla increasing and the stock price dips and dips and dips. And it goes up a little bit. Every once in a while it goes up because there's some people who don't care about any of this at all and they see it as an opportunity to buy low. And so it'll go up a little bit, maybe like 3-4% here, and then it drops a little bit more and it's down from its high by a lot. And you've even seen people like in the Trump administration come out and say, hey, if you vandalize a Tesla, we're treating it as domestic terrorism. We're coming for you if you touch a Tesla, right? And it's just baffling because everything that Trump is doing for Elon and everything that his administration is doing for Tesla is exactly what they were supposed to do for the voters. You know what I mean? Like Trump saw that his boy was having a little dip, was like a little bit more broke than he was the day before. He was like, let me help you out. You know what I mean? That felt like a campaign promise that I thought he made to everybody, but apparently he was just talking to 3 people. And even going after people who vandalize a Tesla as domestic terrorism. Like, when do we ever talk about domestic terrorism? You know how much domestic terrorism we have? It's a lot. And then you see Elon go on the news, and genuinely he seems like really upset, like genuinely hurt. And I think it's because, look, he's still richest man in the world, but he used to be the richest man in the world by a larger margin. Like, he has lost billions and billions and billions of dollars, right? And he's so affected by it. And I think that maybe he's so affected by it because when these things are such a part of your life, they do become your identity. Maybe being richest man in the world, maybe being seen as this, like, this business guru, this scientific mind, all that stuff crumbles away when the people are not with you, when the people can't stand you, when you've angered them, when they don't want to have anything to do with you, And he sees the destruction, he sees the people turning on him, and he seems genuinely upset. And I don't think his feelings are hurt because some people are mad at him. He's never going to meet these people. I think that when you attach so much of your self-worth to this money and this status, this influence and this power, that even the prospect of losing it can rattle you deep down, right? To your core as a person. And it looks like he's about to cry on the news when he's talking about, I don't know what I did to deserve this. It's like... And look, I'm glad he said that to a camera by himself and not, like, to a veteran's face. Like, he didn't really get that. The dude on Fox was like, you've done nothing to deserve this. You're a true patriot, whatever he said. And, I was sitting here watching Elon get genuinely sad. And I was like, oh... My heart goes out to you.
We got a great show for y'all. Your headliner, you seen him on The Daily Show. You seen him all over YouTube. I need a lot of energy. Put your hands together, put your hands together, put your hands together, put your hands together. Give it up for Josh Johnson!
I've been taking stock of my friends and what's going on in our lives and everything. And just, I'll say that as men, we collectively don't seem to be doing well. Like, things are rough in lots of different areas, lots of categories. In the jeopardy of men, we are in jeopardy.
near every facet of life feels like more confusing, more difficult to navigate in a way that feels like you are definitely doing the right thing. I do believe that lots of people are doing their best, truly. I just also think that... Okay, as an example, I can't read a map. I can't, like, you give me even if you gave me a map of this building and pointed to where I was right now and told me to get to a specific bathroom, I'm probably gonna end up outside. Like, I cannot seem to read a map. As much as I try, I end up turning it. So I tried to be a Boy Scout for a little while. It was terrible. And because when you try to be a Boy Scout, like when you really trying to go for all the badges at once, everything, and you really not getting anything, you are just being a problem in the woods. And one of the things was like I could not work a compass because I was like so it's supposed to go in every time, right? And they were like, no, it's supposed to show you where north is by how it's positioned, but it doesn't have to point north every time. I'm like, oh, okay, because it's dangling. And they were like, well, did you let a magnet touch it or something? And I was like, I don't see what that should have to do with anything. Like, they're like, no, well, the compass works off like the poles of so if you touch it with a magnet, it confuses the... So you got a piece of paper telling me where I am and where I need to get. And then you gave me a cup of metal that points anywhere it wants to. And somehow I'm the one that doesn't know what he's doing. Why are we even in the woods right now? We live inside. Have you ever thought of that? Try as I might, I could not read a map. Even if you lay the thing out, where I needed to go, where I was now, and the way to get there, it's like in practice. I couldn't close that gap in my mind because I knew that the map is a suggestion. It's a good one, but the map doesn't have to do all these steps. Even the compass is a tool, but if it's spinning, we might as well be Pirates of the Caribbean or something. Like, this thing doesn't help me at all. I don't know where it's pointing, and it won't be still. I'm being still, it won't be still. How does that work? Is north moving? Is north on its own journey? Try as I might, I could not seem to read a map, and that is what it feels like to, at least to me, be a man now. There's a map, and the map is laid out with lots of good suggestions, and you even get tools along the way to make sure that you get to where you want to be, which is being a successful man, being a good man, being, a respected man. But then in actual practice, walking that road, you're like, look, the paper says. But when I look around, it's tough. It is, especially with love. Like in regards to like love, attraction, seeking someone out and meeting someone you like, trying to take it to another level. It can be difficult because if you are, I won't even say good,
if you're at least a regular man, bad men have ruined everything for you. And I'm not talking about the but I'm a good guy. I'm talking about if you are just a regular tax-paying citizen who doesn't do any crimes and is generally nice to people, maybe a wave. Not even talking about a good, outstanding man. If you're just a regular guy, bad men have ruined everything for you already before you got there, right? It's like they showed up in the room right before you and farted. And then you walk in and you can't prove it's not you. But you know it's not you. You know you didn't do anything. And the bad man that farted has already left the room. We're all living in his wake. You know, and it's hard to find the actual bad man sometimes because, you know, he's stealthy, he's disguised. You know what I mean? You'd have to follow him around all day. You'd have to follow him every waking minute just to have the proof that he's a bad man. You would. That's why it takes years sometimes to figure people out. You'd have to hunt him down and then take the picture and run into the room and be like, he was eating beans. Those were his farts. You just have guys that maybe don't have someone to tell them how to go about life, like that, whether you call it a father figure or just like friends in general that can be that sort of guiding light of here's how you handle each situation, especially when it comes to dating. Like who you pick to be with is a huge part of your life because it's gonna be most of your life picking people, you know? And we're not doing fantastic. And I say that as like not from a place of judgment, just from looking around. It's pretty apparent. You know, you look at the internet is fueled with so much anger, like so much hate. A lot of it is resentment for what people don't have or don't feel like they can get, you know, and it leads people to not take care of themselves. One of the most like attractive things you can do is take care of yourself. Just let the water. You know, I can tell exactly how depressed my friends are by how it smells when I walk in their apartment. Do you know what I mean? Like every once in a while you get like a little whiff here and there and it's like, you just came back from a game of pickup basketball. It's gonna be like that in here. And then sometimes you visit a buddy and you're like, ooh, whew, she left. Yep, she's gone. Like I have friends who, you know, obviously friends that are trying to date everybody across the spectrum. But one thing that I have found as a point of frustration is when people don't listen to me about things that feel they feel pretty apparent. You can take my advice, you cannot take my advice. It doesn't actually affect me. I just want people to be happy, right? And so a good example is like when your friend says he's got a date and that she's coming over and you're like, here.
And then he has the nerve to be like, what? No. You know what? Here is what? What is here? Or then I'll have a conversation, especially, I'll have a conversation with some of the women that I know in my life that will not believe me when I give them advice about men. But I have no ulterior motive. I'm just like, hey, this thing is happening. Just so you know, I'm trying to be helpful. And it's weird because we as people accept a lot of things as an idea, in a big way, right? So you'll hear the old men are dogs, blah, blah, blah. Every man wants one thing. All guys are after the same thing. And those are almost principles that people live by. But then when you tell your friend, hey, that's a dog. And then she's like, no, not Mark. He's so sweet. It's like, what are you doing? We just established that and there's a level of frustration that comes with that when it would be like if someone came to you, right? Like a dog owner came to you and they were like, I don't know why my dog is doing this thing. And then you told them because you're someone who has trained dogs, been around dogs a lot. So you're like, this is why your dog is doing it. Oh, you also in this scenario happen to be a dog. So then you're a dog that's trained dogs and been around dogs all your life, telling someone, because you are a talking dog, you can speak, telling them why this dog is doing that thing. And then they're like, no. That doesn't sound right. But it is. It is. No, not Mark. He's so sweet. I've known him for so long. I'm telling you, that's a dog. Not Mark. Mark is the sweetest. You don't know him like I know him. Like, I don't need to know him at all. I know the 4 facts you've told me about Mark, so I know exactly what Mark is trying to do. No, not sweet Mark. I'm like, you need to stop calling him Mark. From now on, his name is Ark, Ark, Ark. That is a dog. You wouldn't believe the conversations I've had trying to be helpful. You know what I mean? Like, especially in like high school, you know, like college. You know, you try to help your friends and everything. Conversation. Wait, you mean to tell me that this guy is just hanging around me and secretly wants to be with me and is willing to be friends with me for years just so that he might have a chance, be my friend throughout all of my other relationships, and likes to go on these, like, not quite dates, but mini dates where we go to the movies together and then we get dinner and then we go back to my place and hang out and then fall asleep together. You mean to tell me that that guy is trying to be with me? He thinks about being with me all the time. He wants to hang out with me more even. He always seems a little sullen and slow to text back when I start dating a new guy, but that's just because he's busy. There's no way that he wants to be with me. And then I have to be like, yeah, what do you think I'm doing? Oh, it's tough. And one of the things that makes it tough for like boys, but especially young men, is that there isn't a sort of roadmap, and I don't expect there to be, because like human connection is so nuanced, and what people mean to each other is going to be different by a different degree for every person. But I think that in like popular culture and as a general narrative, we have started to just straight up vilify a man's attraction in general. And it's something that I don't know how you recover from if that's the narrative that's out there. And I understand why people are hesitant. It's a thin line. it's a very thin line to walk as a dude who is attracted to someone and trying to act on that thing. Try and let them know you're interested, trying to make the first move. It's a tightrope, and it's scary to do. Not just because rejection is scary, but the thing you do next will determine how they feel about you probably forever. Because there's not a lot of going back you can do if you're friends and then you try to be more, or if you shoot your shot with a person you don't even know. All that stuff takes a lot of bravery. And it's not always going to be done right, especially when you're young, you're making mistakes, you know? Like, I remember in class, my buddy, he had the biggest crush on this girl, you know, and we're young, and he didn't know what to do with all that pent-up energy, so he's daydreaming, and he starts drawing her. Decides to draw her, and draws a beautiful picture of her, right? Like, got her hair as if it was blowing in the wind, got her face perfect. He was a really, really talented artist, right? So he drew her and he drew him. And then, just by happenstance, because he was so lost in it, he didn't catch that the bell had rung. And so we're all getting up, we're all leaving, and then she passes his desk. She sees it, and she's like, "Hey, is that me?" And he has to be like, oh, yeah. And he had drawn her so beautifully. She was genuinely touched. She was like, "That's amazing. You're so talented. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful." And I don't know. I think she was just so taken aback because none of us knew he could draw that well, you know? And so she was like, Can I have it? And he was like, yeah. And he was leaning on his desk right next to where he was finishing up some touches on her. And he's like, yeah, but now he doesn't want to move. Because he also drew him next to her. And he drew a version of him that is unrecognizable. He drew a version of him with abs. Y'all, we're 13. He drew a version of him with abs, with boulder shoulders, like truly looking like an anime character, just jacked, top to bottom, knuckles jacked, everything. Had the big old muscle behind the ear, everything. Hair flowing too, hair almost as good as hers. But you know, people are walking out and he already said that she could have it. And so she's like, "Can I have it?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah." Leans up a little bit, and so she finally sees the other side and she's like, "Oh." Is that you? And my man sat there and was like, nah, like that's just the, you know, type of dude I want you to find. You know what I mean? Like somebody that, you know what I mean, like you really deserve, you know what I mean? Like he you know, just somebody you might meet one day who's right in front of you. Because so much of attraction is about timing. We don't give timing enough credit. There's all this stuff like if one guy does one thing and another guy does the same thing, and the woman goes for one of the guys, it's because he's more attractive, and the other guy's creepy, or we've seen this sort of narrative play out over and over again. But what we don't talk about in those situations is the timing. When did this person say this thing? When did this person say this thing? When did this person do this thing? When did the other person do it? You know, so much of attraction is about timing, and I've talked to my friends and I've asked them before. I'm like, what are you even looking for in a guy? And I'm like, oh, you know, I just want like an honest guy. And I was like, I'm gonna stop you right there. Because so many men are such freaks that you really gotta parse out the honesty over time. Some people think that omission is dishonesty, right? But omission might be why you're in a relationship. Because if you knew top to bottom who they were immediately, it might make you hesitate. I'm not saying lie. I'm not saying be a liar. I'm saying that, like, honesty comes to a point. Like, let's say you meet someone. You meet someone that you very much like, and maybe it's just off of the connection, seeing each other from across the room. He walks over and he says to you plainly, "Hi, my name, right? I don't know you, but I'd like to. Would you have dinner with me? I think that we could have a really good time." You know what I mean? You see that thing alone. I feel like that's almost perfect. That's like out of a movie, right? But an honest man, a truly honest man, walks up to you. Honest from the bottom of his heart. Doesn't know how to lie. It doesn't come naturally to him. An honest man walks up to you and says, hi, I just noticed you, and I know I don't know you, but I'd like to. And I'd love to take you out sometime, if that's okay. And I'll suck your toes if you let me. Do you see where he should have stopped? Do you see where a certain amount of honesty was too much? It was true in both cases, but one guy had the common sense to stop talking at a certain point. Honesty is important. Honesty is very important. But I also think if you're being honest with a person and you're being self-aware at the same time, there are things that you omit on the front end until you get to know them. Some people think omission is lying, but I think omission timed well is like the appropriate time to tell someone something. You start dating a guy, maybe it's going really well. Maybe it's a week, 2 weeks in, slept over a few times. You know, you wake up, you roll over, he's like waking up as well, and he's like, "Hey, you want breakfast? I make some mean pancakes." Perfect. Wake up next to an honest man. You're waking up. You roll over, he's waking up. He's like, "Hey, you hungry? I make some mean pancakes, and I've actually been awake for an hour. I was just smelling your hair." Been dating somebody for a little bit. You're texting, you know. "Oh, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm good. How are you?" "I'm good. You know, miss you." "Miss you too." "Oh, how'd you sleep last night?" "Oh, slept okay." "You have any dreams?" "Yeah, actually I did." "What'd you dream about?" "Dreamed about you." Good place to stop. Fantastic place to stop. This is where you stop. "Hey, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm good. How are you?" "Oh, I'm good. You know, just, waking up." "Oh, you have any dreams?" Yeah, dreams. "What did you dream about?" "Oh, I dreamed about you." "Oh, really?" Yeah, I dreamed about you, and we went on vacation together, and then we actually had this like whole vacation plan. We were in like the Virgin Islands, and then I got us this like surfing lesson because we had talked on, the date of I want to surf. I don't know why I was dreaming about surfing, but I dreamed that we were doing this like surfing lesson together, and then like the surf instructor was like kind of hitting on you a little bit, and then like you were able to surf really well, like you took to it like a duck to water, and I was like over here falling all the time, and because you were doing so well, he was giving you extra tips. So he basically spent the entire lesson just giving you attention and everything, and then I was like fighting to not drown and just sort of laying on the board the whole time and everything. And then afterwards, after the lesson was over, he like slipped you his number, and so then we went to dinner, and while we were waiting on our food, I was like, oh, I'll be right back. And then I left the restaurant and I tracked him down, and I had a little conversation with him about, you know, trying to steal people's girlfriends during surfing lessons, if that's something that he really does, and if he does it often. He's like, no. And I'm like, yeah. And then we took another little surfing lesson. We took a little trip down to the beach, and I just sort of pushed his, you know, where the sand and the water sort of splash, where the wet sand was, I just sort of pushed his head into the water until the tide was sort of going over it. And so I couldn't really tell if there were bubbles or not because there's so much wet sand and everything, but I just sort of held it there until he stopped struggling, and then I woke up. I think it's important to be honest. I do. I just think it's important to be self-aware, too. You know? I'm not saying be a liar. I'm just saying, like, check yourself. Check in with yourself. Know who you are. You know what I mean? Know what that's going to sound like, depending on the timing. Timing is everything. It's so important. When I was in high school, my boy, he finally asked this girl out that he had a crush on for a couple years, right? Finally just went for it. Something about summer just made him a new man. Asked her out, and she said yes. Oh, we're off to a great start. Asked her out, you know, asked her to a movie. Asked her to a movie, and she said she wanted to see Spider-Man. Okay, great choice. Phenomenal date. We both like Spider-Man. We don't have a lot of life experience. We're crossing over heavily. So he said he'd take her to see Spider-Man, take her to the movies, see Spider-Man. That was their date. What she didn't know, what he did was he didn't just buy their tickets to see Spider-Man, he bought out the theater. And timing is everything. Because they get there and sitting down, lights get low, previews even start, and she was like, wow, I thought other people want to see Spider-Man. I thought it was a pretty popular movie and everything. And then he turns to her. With a biblical lack of self-awareness. After she says, I thought other people would have been in the theater, you know, with us wanting to see Spider-Man. I've been hearing about it all week. He turns to her and he goes, oh, I made sure nobody would be here. Why even word it like that? What are you doing? He said that as soon as he said it, he saw the look on her face. He said it felt like she was waiting the whole movie for Spider-Man to rescue her. And that's why timing is so important. Because depending on when you do something like that, depends on how it comes off. This is a first date. Do you know what I mean? Even there are some people who would find that sort of gesture romantic if you said, oh, I'll take you to see Spider-Man. and I'll make sure we get our own private theater. Ooh, okay. That's different. But saying I'm gonna take you to see Spider-Man and not telling her no one else will be there, even as you sit down, they have the popcorn, the drinks, everything. Middle of the movie, makes his move, tries to put that arm around her, right? And because there was so much room in the theater, she did sit one seat away. Because once he said it, I don't think, he just couldn't save it. There was no aspect of the rest of the movie where he wasn't like, you're locked in here with me. He said he had to keep turning to her the whole movie when stuff would happen, be like, crazy. It's wild, right? You know. Oh. And so it can feel sometimes a bit hard to find your footing when it comes to attraction, because everyone, from the people closest to you to the people far away, feel far away. If you don't really know how to connect, and especially now, we've built a sort of like scary parasocial connection with people that we're attracted to that they can't possibly know on the other end. And then it comes out in comments online. It comes out sometimes in whole articles. There's a line between like fascination and then crossing over into something pretty weird. I don't know if y'all saw, but apparently Sydney Sweeney, the actress Sydney Sweeney, is going to be selling bars of soap that contain her bathwater. Now, if you don't know who Sydney Sweeney is, she is an actress that is like, not just like an A-list actress, she is her generation's like top bombshell. Like, people have been freaking out and lusting over Sydney Sweeney for a long time. And it is pretty creepy. It's like, don't get me wrong, she is a beautiful woman, but the way the internet makes sure that someone that you haven't met doesn't feel like a person to you is like why we have the sort of conversations we have. Because Sydney Sweeney is in not just lots of movies. She's in, Handmaid's Tale. She's in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She was in Madam Web. She just has range, right? She does a lot. And the way that people, every time she is on camera, every time she's even mentioned, the way that people, almost as like an understood, acceptable amount of creepiness creep on her, has been something that's like compounded over time. Like, she was in Euphoria, and then she was in other projects, and it compounded, and it started to like become exponentially creepy. And I think that this bathwater soap thing is brilliant on her part, because now she'll know the 5,000 men that need to be put on a list. Like, trust me when I tell you, if you buy Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap, you will never meet Sydney Sweeney. That's gonna be her hit list right there. It's insane. It's truly wild. 5,000 bars. It's gonna go in a second. It's not even out yet. Doesn't come out till later. Just the anticipation is like going viral. And I don't know. We might be in a very bad place we can't recover from. 5,000 bars. I'm assuming they're only gonna let one person have each bar. Just get as many people on the registry as possible. I don't even know what you would do with you. Like, that's something you would get caught with. If as a man you bought Sydney Sweeney's bath water soap, you can't let anyone in your life know you have it. That's everyone gonna look at you different. Because they'll know, as soon as they see it, they'll know some things about you. Like, you were at your laptop ready. I suppose 5,000 men who are in a rough place are going to be buying this bath water soap, which doesn't even make logical sense. It's dirty soap. And I say 5,000 men because I'm not saying that there's no women who have a crush on, Sydney Sweeney. I'm just saying that as men, we are both grosser and more practiced at using our laptops for these exact things. I'll tell you something that I don't even honestly, if I'm being 100% with you, I don't even know if I can word this correctly so you understand what I'm saying. I know a man who knows his favorite page of an adult website by the URL by heart. That is absolutely insane. Do you know how down bad thirsty you have to be to remember http:// baddiesonrollerskates.com /bracket B12 %, parentheses 2. I'm wondering how we got here. Truly, I'm wondering how we got here, not just as a society, but with the promotion, with the soap company. How did this happen? Because you know it wasn't Sydney Sweeney's idea. Sydney Sweeney didn't roll up in there like, you know what people love? Me. You know what I can spare? Bath water. Let's sell it. That's business. I think a sick man, a definitely sweating man with an unfortunate voice, said to Sydney Sweeney and to me, look. Look, young lady. I believe, and this is just Jebediah Jones talking, all right? Because a lot of nasty men talk about themselves in the third person. This is just Jebediah Jones talking. But I believe that people would pay for your bath water. We make soap. You bathe. Let's make some money. Truly. Truly, I think that's how it went down. No? Because even in the tweets that I've seen about it, I think these are Sydney's words because they're in the quotations. But in it, she's sort of playing off of the idea that this is a thing that people have talked about on the internet before, and she's like, well, this is something people have been asked for. Figured it'd be a fun way to do it. I hope it just makes men think about taking care of themselves because I've been in some pretty gross dudes' bathrooms. That completely flipped the script for me. When I read that, I was like, what disgusting man made Sydney Sweeney go, I gotta do something. Sydney Sweeney is in your bathroom just looking around like, how the ceiling get dirty? No, I wonder what experience Sydney Sweeney had where she was like, I gotta do something, all right? I gotta figure it out. How can I get men to bathe? I'll do anything to get men to take a shower. Fellas, we're in a bad way. Because fundamentally, every man that buys that bar soap needs it. This is rough. This is really rough. Because even with that general idea, right? When you hear that as a man and you tell other men, guys, Sydney Sweeney put her bath water in soap to get you to buy soap. Because she just wants you to take care of yourself. Dudes are so delusional. They'd be like, she cares about me? Wow. I like to check in on my friends. I was texting a friend. I'll read it to you. I was texting. No, I told him I was going to do it. It's fine. I was texting a friend and I was like, hey, did you see the Sydney Sweeney bathwater thing? This is crazy, right? Like, we're truly down bad as a nation and as a people. And then he responded, yeah, I can't believe it doesn't come out till June 6th.
Mira,